You pull a 20 euro note out of your wallet. You feel it between your fingers, the weight, the texture, and something else, a kind of resistance. A quiet, almost invisible reluctance to hand it over. You can't explain it, but it's there. Now imagine paying with your phone. One tap, done. Nothing leaves your hand. Nothing disappears. And somehow, it doesn't feel like spending money at all. That feeling isn't a coincidence. It isn't a personality quirk. It's been studied in laboratories, replicated across dozens of countries, and quietly exploited by one of the most powerful companies on Earth. And when Visa finally understood what was happening inside your brain, they declared war. In 2008, researchers at the Journal of Experimental Psychology published a study that changed how we understand money. They called it the pain of paying. When you hand over physical cash, something activates in your brain. The same regions associated with physical discomfort. The same circuits that fire when you touch something hot. Cash hurts. Not literally, but neurologically. Giving it away registers as a loss. And here's the thing about pain. It makes you hesitate. Credit cards don't trigger that response. Neither do contactless payments. The transaction is invisible. Frictionless. The money never feels real. So spending it never feels like losing anything. Researchers found that people spending with cards consistently buy more items, pay higher prices, and resist impulse purchases far less. One study found that people remember cash purchases far more clearly than card purchases because the pain makes the memory stick. Your wallet, it turns out, is a better financial advisor than any app. But someone noticed that, and they didn't like it. Visa processes more than half of all credit card transactions on Earth. Every single time you tap your card, they take a cut. Not from you, from the merchant. Between 1% and 3% of every purchase, quietly skimmed before the money even arrives. In 2023, merchants paid Visa and MasterCard a combined $131 billion in fees. That's $131 billion that exists only because people didn't pay cash. So when Visa looked at the psychology research, when they understood that cash was literally making people spend less, they had a problem. A multi-billion-dollar problem. Their solution was extraordinary. In July 2017, a Visa spokesperson stood in front of cameras and said something almost nobody expected a corporation to say out loud. We are declaring war on cash. Not metaphorically, literally. A formal announcement, a campaign, a program called the Visa Cashless Challenge, offering restaurants $10,000 each if they agreed to stop accepting cash entirely. But the money was only part of it. For decades before that moment, Visa and MasterCard had lobbied state legislators across the United States to make it illegal for merchants to charge extra for card payments. They wrote it into their own contracts. Merchants who accepted Visa were forbidden from offering cash discounts. Think about what that means. If your corner store knows cards cost them 2% more per transaction, they can't pass that cost on. They can't reward you for using cash. The playing field was tilted, legally, contractually, permanently, flash rates against the cheaper option. The lobbying worked. 10 U.S. states banned surcharges entirely. California, New York, Texas, Florida. For nearly 30 years, the mechanism that might have made people think twice about swiping was dismantled. State by state, quietly, with money. And it worked. Between 2009 and 2019, processing fees paid by merchants jumped 88%. Not because people were buying more, because cash was disappearing. Every contactless payment, every Apple Pay tap, every just put it on the card moment at a restaurant, each one was a small neurological victory over the pain of paying. Each one was a purchase that, according to the research, might not have happened at all with cash in hand. The system wasn't just convenient, it was engineered to feel convenient, and to prevent the friction that might have made you reconsider. Here's what makes this strange to sit with. The pain of paying isn't a flaw in human psychology. It's a feature. It's the brain doing exactly what it evolved to do, attaching meaning to resources leaving your possession, making you weigh the trade. For most of human history, every transaction involved that friction. You handed something over, you felt it go. The loss was real and immediate. What the card industry built, deliberately, systematically over 50 years, was a way to switch that feeling off. Not to make payments easier, to make spending feel like nothing at all. And the next time you tap your phone to pay for something you didn't plan to buy, something you probably wouldn't have bought if you'd had to count out the bills, you'll know exactly what happened. The war on cash wasn't about convenience, it was about you. And if you find this kind of content interesting, check out this video. YouTube says that this might be interesting for you, so check it out.